Pop the Balloon being on Netflix is a recession indicator, and I'm not sure how to explain that, but I'm going to try.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck
on. What's going on, you all? This Pop the Balloon Netflix thing, whatever they're trying to call it, is a travesty. It is a travesty. And if I'm being honest, it's given 2008. We are really seeing how these studios, including Netflix, they're running out of ideas. And it's not because the ideas are not out here. It's because they are running out of ideas of how to make fast money. They are running out of ways to make fast money. And we're also seeing the whitewashing of Hollywood, the gentrification of it all. This show was very black. It was very, very black. It was so black that it was even used as a political ad for the Harris campaign or the Democratic Party last year.
Hello, ladies. I'm Trey. It's good to be here.
What do you do and how much do you make?
I work in finance, making six figures.
How tall are you?
6'5".
Do you have a plan to vote in November?
Nah, not my thing.
It's a black show. It's on YouTube. They even use that to reach out to black folks to get them to vote. And it's a black show. It's on YouTube. And as much as some of us do not enjoy it, I'm not a fan of it. I hate seeing the viral videos of men finding every way to say that they're not interested in said woman because she doesn't look a certain type of way. It kind of just really shows, like it really puts a mirror up to the dating experience as a whole, especially when it comes to like Tinder and the other apps, Grindr, Jacked, all of that, and how people have these expectations of folks. Like, you need to have this without looking inside. Oh, you need to have this, you need to have goals, you need to have that. Like, can't explain what it is that they want in a person besides these very superficial things. And one of the things that always jumped out to me was God-fearing. I want a God-fearing. What does that even look like? There has been some conversation, and I think there's some truth to it. I have to find the videos and things that talk about it. But how, because somebody talked about it on TikTok, how we are so used to being filmed and recorded that we're always performing. The Pop the Balloon thing is basically just that. I need to present myself in a way that because every moment is about going viral. Every moment has been about going viral, which is why when it comes to the gay ones, with the gay men, those are so like, it's beyond bad. It's beyond bad. You will see these men get on here and just be some of the nastiest human beings because they're not interested in said person. Oh, you ain't got your teeth fixed. You ain't got this and that. These shoes cost more than your life. I'm like, are we okay? This is all y'all have to show is, I got some shoes on that cost more than your life. Girl, the tariffs. girl, the tariffs. Like, we are in an economic decline, and we're seeing folks on these shows talk about wealth. And then when you look at the data that talks about wealth when it comes to black folks and how many black folks make six figures, girl, it is not even in the double digits. So I'm just confused where y'all, like, I be so confused. This is all we have to offer is that, oh, I got $2,000 pair of shoes on. You know, my life is better than yours because it's just, what happened to just being good people? What happened to just caring about somebody? And hey, let's vibe. Let's see what it's giving. But I think some of these folks definitely have those moments, like a chill moment of like, hey, you seem to be cool. I don't think these folks are like inherently bad. I think the TV and being viral brings the worst out of folks. And I think that is an example of that. Because I need to project myself to be somebody who I want the people to laugh and to see that I am bigger They're being so loud with it. It's so performative. They want to have a moment, and they have to up the ante to get a moment. We'll see all these things, and we'll see even the conversations about it. And then we'll wonder why folks are scared to dance in the club. What happened to folks dancing in the club? So we can be viral online the next week for dancing? So we can be made fun of? Why are fat folks not going to the gym? When they do go in the gym, y'all posting them on social media. Y'all taking pictures of them posting them. If they're not, y'all taking pictures of them not doing it. They can't even go out to eat without y'all filming them. They can't even go to McDonald's without y'all filming them, because we're all looking for those moments. We're all looking for those dopamine hits. We're all doing it. The folks who's recording it, the folks who are in front of the camera performing for it sometimes, we're all doing that. And the pop the balloon experiment is just that. Rejection, pow, a loud pow. As a person who doesn't even like opening up a can of biscuits because I don't want to be shook, like I'm opening it up and I know it's going to pop, and it scares me every single time. It's worse than even opening up some champagne. Like, I don't even get nervous about open champagne like that. And it's way more dangerous, but it's just that pop, it makes me so nervous. It raises my anxiety. Come on, Dochi. Like, my anxiety, like, it's definitely that. And you got this rejection pow happening, and then, hey, why did you reject them? We know that you're not interested. And the audience is kind of excited to say why they think that the person is not attractive. Why they think the person is, oh yeah, because this and that. Oh yeah, he might be gay. He a little too sassy. And it's a little, going back to what I said in my previous video about how these words that we thought were gone, we were no longer using, are coming back because the ideology is still there. We are back to calling men sassy. We're back to using sassy to describe men. Like, it's just, what is happening right now? Like, oh my God, I'm terrified. Like, what is going on? And then the men do everything in their power to not come off like that, which reinforces more toxic shit, more toxicity, where they can't even drink lemonade. They can't even drink pink lemonade. They can't even drink a martini. They can't even drink martinis. They can't. Like, it's just not even just that. How the pop the balloon thing, I feel like, you know what? As much as I cannot stand it, as much as I hate seeing the videos, it honestly is a Black Mirror moment for me, because the people who are consuming it don't even realize how bad it is. Like, they're looking at it as entertainment, but not deconstructing how we are, all these folks, very performative, very mean when we want to be, to get attention. How we don't even give folks the benefit of the doubt or whatever to even get to know a person. It's like, no, you're not gonna come on the first date and ask me no question about what are my values. Don't ask me these goofy questions. Have a conversation. Why are we coming in with these written 10 commandment questions to try to get to know somebody? A casual conversation. Let's stop being robotic. A casual conversation. Just talking. Because if you talk long enough to a person, you'll start to figure them out. Trust me. I know I can. You talk long enough to a person, even if during text message, you find out, oh, this person doesn't really have that much time. Because they don't even, what you doing. Because they not even focused on the conversation right now. They can't have a long conversation because they're busy probably doing a whole bunch of other stuff. This is the reason why I don't like texting, because I want to hear you. I want to hear you give me your undivided attention. I want to hear you talk to me and listen to me without a podcast playing in the background, without music playing in the background. Music make me lose. It actually does. I hate hearing anything in the background. I'm on the phone with somebody. It's too distracting. Give me your undivided attention. Give me that. Can you focus on me? Can you? So yes, we can talk about Netflix gentrifying, because that was a disaster. As I move on, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. And Yvonne Orji, my sister, I love you down, but this was horrible. Where are the black people at? Like, that's what I be trying to tell y'all. Like, all the media that we see, now you see that even if the idea is very black, to market it towards the general public, it has to be whitewashed. It has to be absolutely whitewashed. That's why every black superhero that we can think of, a couple of them, have had white love interests. And if they don't have white love interests, they're more than likely the colorism came and they are lighting up. You're just not gonna see it. Watching The Last of Us, oh, there's a queer aspect happening on this show. A white lead. Oh, we're gonna see some white folks on white folks. But when it's a black led person, oh, they have to be chasing a white person. Shout out to Shonda Rhimes. Period. Like, if it's a black, that's why in this No Shade, I don't consider Shonda Rhimes shows black. I don't consider any of those shows black. I'm so sorry. Are you going to ruin this moment? I absolutely have to. I don't think none of those shows are black. They're very white. And you can't remove race from any of these things. You cannot. But we can at least try. And oh my gosh, every time I turn around, there is an interracial relationship. Every time. Even the show, what, Paradise, I just knew it. I said, oh girl, he finna be laying up with the white woman. And sure enough, even his daughter, like, just white love interest. Every time. It's not changed. That's why I can't get with it. I can't get jiggy with this. That's why I'm not interested in seeing shows be sold, or the ideas being sold off to networks, because they're gonna whitewash it. Even with the Children of the Blood and Bone, whitewashing happening there, where the main character that was supposed to be dark skinned is no longer dark skinned in the casting. The character is now played by the infamous Amanda Steinberg, light skinned. The main character is supposed to be dark skinned and fat, because that's a part of her story from my understanding. And we're being given a cast of Amanda Steinberg playing this character. And now she's, well, y'all are just hating. Y'all are just hating. Y'all need to stop hating. What does it mean when we're supporting black things and then this very black thing is being sold to the white masses? We don't even own it no more. If I'm supporting the black restaurant because it's black and then they end up selling it to a big white business, what does that mean? If it's a black organization, if it's a black hair care company that is now being sold to white, what does that mean? Because we are still looking from the lens of black capitalism, which will not save us. Which will not save us. We're still looking at it from that. Like, how am I supposed to be supporting the black restaurant, the black this and that, and then we turn around and seeing that the workers are not being taken care of? The workers' wages are being stolen. They're not being paid an adequate wage. Like, that is not going to give us any liberation, because black capitalism is still in the forefront. Capitalism is still there. So this book meant a lot to black readers because it was their culture and their heritage being portrayed in this world. And now it's whitewashed when it's coming on the TV. And why is that? The same way this has happened with the Pop the Balloon. The same way. The same way. You have to. That's why you're going to see a lot of those like shows and ideas, they're going to be whitewashed. They have to be. So when we think about these things being whitewashed to make it, don't be surprised when some of your favorite black celebrities are whitewashed as well, because to fit into these spaces, you have to be. Because certain versions of blackness make white people uncomfortable. It makes them uncomfortable. So I'm not surprised that the concept got sold to Netflix. I'm not surprised that the person sold the idea to Netflix. But to see something that this person built that was entertaining to black folks and black folks were enjoying in the community, and now, oh, this black show was doing good. Like, let's take it. Let's take it and just remix it. Let's make it work. I want you to think for a second, why couldn't all of the folks and each and every episode be black? Why can't that be? Why can't that be? And I guarantee you some of these models and stuff who were chosen to be a part of this probably have never even seen these things. Probably have never seen these things. There were ordinary folks being picked to be on the Pop the Balloon YouTube show. Ordinary folks being picked to be on there. Now you got folks who are now going to use this to build a career off of it. Like, it's just, it is what it is. I have never watched it on purpose, but just seeing the Pop the Balloon Netflix thing, seeing how it was just so tacky. And it's, to me, it's a recession indicator. I hate Yvonne I hate she even took this. Sometimes we just got to say no, sister. Sometimes we got to say, you know what? I'm gonna pass the peach. It should have gave that because this was a disaster. For those who did watch it, let me know your thoughts on it. How did you feel about it? Maybe some people didn't feel as bad about it, but watching it, I was like, what is this mess? Couldn't get through it. I could not get through it. Could not. It was worse than the original. And when I say the original, I don't like the original because of what it does. But if people enjoy it, have your moment. Have a moment. I just don't enjoy it. But it was worse than the original. It was worse than the original because they tried to whitewash it. And then when we sell these ideas and these concepts to these folks and then they whitewash it and it doesn't do well and it's not successful, then they want to blame us. Oh, nobody wants to support black films. You have completely whitewashed it. That was one of the things that I was fighting against when I was working on a project. I had to make sure that my project wasn't going to be whitewashed. I just did not want it to be whitewashed. I wanted it to be these things because if it doesn't do well, they're going to blame me and the other folks. They're going to drop it and then just say, oh, well, nobody supports things like this because y'all have completely erased all of it. And when you erase so much of what made it what it was, and you're just pumping money into it and you're just completely changing and it flops, then it's my fault. Then it's my fault. Or it's black folks' fault for not supporting it. I'm not supporting something because it's black. I'm supporting something because it's black. I'm giving it attention and it's actually good. So yes, I want to support black folks, but I also want to understand that these black folks support other black folks. Are they supporting the folks who work with them? Because if you're being exploitative of the people who work for you, I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want to be associated with that. Like, that's not enough for me. I require a little bit more. And I think we need to be requiring a little bit more. So yeah, the gentrification of the Pop the Balloon is another instance of a black idea being sold to Hollywood and it being completely whitewashed because they don't want to make, it's not because they don't want to see it. They just don't see any value in it. They think because they work in Hollywood and they've been doing this for so long that they understand it. But I've told several times, even to a lot of YouTube classes I've taken, that the way black content creators create YouTube videos is not the same way that white content creators create. Black folks do not consume in the same way that white ones do. So when we're talking about the general public is basically white. That's what it's understood. When we're talking about the general public, they mean white folks. So that's all I got. I just wanted to rant and tell y'all how I felt about the whole show and what it's been giving. Let me know what you think about it in the comments for those who have watched it. I just want y'all to be aware and see what's going on. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and I'll talk y'all later. Bye.